Feels good, man. Feels so good. Does something that make you feel so good, like the best ever? What are the things that make you feel good? And maybe kissing a surfer girl, and getting into second base, and getting in the third base, fourth base, family, love. That kind of things. Do anything that makes you feel good. Is anything that makes you feel good that's actually natural, not some man-made, scientific nerd, transhumanist kind of weird trick of a thing that makes you feel a little bit good, but then slams you back into reality. Comes right back and stabs you in the kidneys. Like those things that make you feel kinda good for a second and then they make you feel like shit. But these things that seem to always make you feel good, and some people say they make you age faster. They make you bad in a long run. They always make you feel good, but at some point you're gonna have bad time. Why I'm thinking about this is because I'm on the land of Paul Saladino, Playa Uvita, and I just made a video about Paul Saladino. Go check that one out, that's a based video. But a lot of people are arguing on the interwebs, why does Paul Saladino look so much older now that he moved to Costa Rica and started to eat all this fruit and sugar and honey, and he's surfing all day, every day, like those people over there. I think that's Paul Saladino. Hey Paul, hey asshole, come over here. I got a couple of things to say to you. Stop shilling, you motherfucker. Oh, Paul's again surfing away. He's scared of Mr. Best Science. Whatever, Paul. We know your tricks. We know your dirty little tricks. But anyway, that got me thinking, because people kinda argue, why does Paul look kinda aged? Especially his skin. He got all these wrinkles. Some people say it's the sugar, some people say it's the organ meats. A lot of people say it's the tropical sunlight that I'm under right now, the same freaking sunlight. A lot of people say it's the surfing in the salt water. Salt water makes your skin age because salt dehydrates you. Some people say it's the exercise. Paul exercises every single day way too much. Stresses his body out way too much. Some people say it's the combination. Well, here's my take. Personally, the waves are trying to kill me. No, they ain't. So first of all, I have talked about the sunlight. For me, I feel like my skin is always better the more sunlight I get, except there might become a point where you get too much sunlight, and usually you feel it. You start to feel like you want to go in the shade, and then you should probably listen to that feeling and go in the shade. Because obviously you can burn yourself, you can peel. I have peeled a little bit over here, but overall, my skin, I feel like, has never been this good. This is the best my skin has been, and I have been the strongest, under the strongest sunlight I have ever been. We know that UVB light basically cures all of these autoimmune skin diseases like eczema, like psoriasis, all of these things. We basically know that sunlight cures acne, and we basically know that blue light, that these devices you are watching me right now, hopefully you have those iris softwares. Oh my fuck! Holy shit, that was a big wave. Hopefully you have some Afflux or iris software so you don't get burned by the blue light, because the blue light from these technologies we have made, obviously man-made technologies and natural, that's the light that actually ages your skin. That's the light that actually gives you melanoma, which sunlight cures. That's another freaking Rockefeller medicine scam. So I would say it's not the sunlight. Secondly, we are now at the ocean water, the salt water, that some people say it's the reason. Me, I don't really feel like it. When I'm here at the sunlight and getting ocean water, I always feel very good, and my skin feels always very good. Like my skin just keeps getting better and better and better. And when you understand redox and your skin, the cells in your skin, they also have a redox. And these kind of things improve your redox, which is basically the net negative charge of your body. So they improve the redox of your skin, basically the health of your skin, and that allows your body to have the best skin possible. Also, I don't think salt is that dehydrating. So that's my N=1. That's my personal, well, like how I feel. But I know that how I feel and how my body reacts is not the same as other people. So you can never make based conclusions just out of how you feel. You have to see other people, and you kind of try to understand the basic rules, the laws of the universe, so to speak, the physics behind everything. But when I see these surfers, I see a bunch of these surfers. I have seen many surfers on my trip in Costa Rica this far, and every one of them, even if they're young, if they're old, they are basically the healthiest looking people I have seen. They got the best tan, they got the most amount of sunlight, they got the most amount of time in the ocean water, like they are hours in the ocean water, and they always have the best hair, what I've seen. They always have the thickest hair, and they always have the most tanned, smooth skin I have seen. I have not seen one surfer with a bad skin, really. So that kind of makes me think also, on top of how I personally feel, that it's probably not the ocean water. It's probably not the salt water that's making Paul look so much older. But it could be. Maybe that's the case for Paul. Like I said, health is N=1. But I don't really think so. Now, it might be the sugar, like that dude smashes down the sugar. I mean, he's pretty active, which is also stressing his body, which I think is one of the major causes. Like he basically stresses himself voluntarily, doing all these exercises all the time, every single day, and then smashing down the sugar. I think that might play the biggest role, and also he's way too shredded. His body fat percentage is super low, which I don't think is that good of a thing, which also is kind of funny because every young guy is like programmed to think that big muscles being jacked and shredded both at the same time, having this incredible 9-pack and having all these jacked muscles is the peak of human health, peak of human performance. But the truth about that could probably be farther from the truth. Like that's probably, I would say, why I have all these not skin problems, but all these wrinkles, and I have been balding, like my hairline have receded a little bit. I would say over-exercising under a blue light played a massive, incredibly massive role on that. So I would say, well, these waves are getting kind of crazy right now. So I better get a little bit back to the shore so I don't get killed by this. So I would say that's probably one of the bigger reasons. I would also question Paul's natty status, so to speak. I would question, does Paul actually does he use TRT? Does he use some other peptides? Probably, maybe. You can never know about these influencers that tell you some good things, but then they sell you all of these supplements and all of these other scams that they do that I talked about in the Paul Saladino video. So I would also highly question that one. That maybe Paul is in some of these unnatural performance enhancing drugs. TRD, maybe peptides. These things are extremely harmful and make you age also a lot faster. So I wouldn't blame the sun, which is completely natural, makes you feel good every time you are under it. And I wouldn't blame the ocean, that makes you feel always good when you go to swim in there. Always makes you feel good. I wouldn't say, I'm not sure about the sugar, the copious amount of honey and fruits, paulids. It maybe plays a little role, maybe not, who knows. But I would definitely say it's the over-exercising, and I would definitely question that maybe it's some TRT, peptide, steroid kind of thing. Because Paulis, he looks way too shredded all the time. Which maybe some people can naturally be, but who knows. I don't really give a fuck. Because in my opinion, when you follow nature, you always get to the best conclusions. When you follow nature, you are always the best version of yourself. When you do things that feel good, naturally, you always get to the right places in life. You don't get the problems that most people get. So that's my 2 cents. Let me know what you think. I'm open of being wrong about this. But honestly, my beliefs on these things are pretty strong right now because I have experimented myself for over a decade and I observe other people. I observe truthfully how I feel about these things and how they make me feel. So you gotta have some pretty good evidence. You gotta have some pretty good arguments to weigh my opinion on this subject. But I'm open to it. Anyway, I go back to enjoy my beautiful tropical sunlight, ocean water, tremendous grounding, and maybe go a kiss a surfer girl. Who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? That's been Mr. Base Science. Subscribe to Base Science, the most based science channel on YouTube, because it's the most based on reality. And reality is beautiful if you play by the reality's rules, which is basically nature's rules. Because nature rules, bitch.